Welcome to my channel.
Life is relationships.
Emotional. She promised forever, but one day, she chose fear over love. What happened next changed his life forever.
Sad. Sometimes the person you love the most is the same person who leaves you without an explanation.
He loved her with honesty, she loved him with fear, and that difference changed everything.
Let's start the story.
Sometimes the person you love the most is the same person who teaches you the most painful lesson of your life. This isn't just a love story. It's a story about trust, fear, and the cruel reality of timing. Our story begins with Ion. Ion was a simple man. He wasn't one for grand gestures or poetic words. His world was built on solid ground, loyalty, effort, and honesty. For him, love wasn't a fleeting feeling. It was a commitment. It meant staying, especially when things got tough. He dreamed of a quiet life, a peaceful home, a loyal partner, and a future built on mutual respect. He believed that if you gave your all, the universe would give you something real in return. Then Sarah walked into his life, and his quiet world was suddenly filled with color. She was a whirlwind of life, laughter, and warmth. Her smile had this incredible ability to turn an ordinary gray day into something special. When she spoke, you couldn't help but listen, and when she loved, you felt it deep in your soul. It felt real, it felt consuming, it felt like everything you'd ever been looking for. Their meeting was a stroke of chance, a random encounter that quickly felt like destiny. They started talking, and the conversations never seemed to end. They shared coffee, they shared dreams, they even shared comfortable silences, which is often a truer sign of connection than endless chatter. Soon, they were promising each other forever, a word so easy to say, yet so incredibly heavy to carry. For Ion, Sarah had become his home, and for Sarah, Ion felt like a safe harbor, or at least, that's what she made herself believe. One day, the predictable rhythm of their life was interrupted. Ion received a job offer. A fantastic opportunity, but it was in another city. This wasn't just a job. It was a stepping stone, a chance to build the very future they had been dreaming of together. When he told Sarah, she smiled, her eyes reassuring. "True love survives distance," she said, and he believed her. Why wouldn't he? At first, everything felt just as it should. The distance was just a number on a map. They had their routines. Calls every night before bed, messages every morning to start the day. The words "I miss you" were a constant, comforting refrain. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, a shift began. The threads that connected them started to fray. Late replies became the new normal. The nightly calls were replaced with excuses. "I'm so sorry, I fell asleep. It was a crazy day at work," and soon the phrase "I'm busy" took the place of "I miss you." A coldness began to creep in, a silence that was louder than any argument. Ion felt it, that quiet, gnawing fear that settles in your gut when you know something is wrong, even if you can't prove it. But he pushed it down, he chose to ignore it. Because when you love someone that deeply, you often choose to build your house on trust, even when the ground beneath you is shaking. You choose to believe in the best version of them, the version you fell in love with. One weekend, fueled by a desire to bridge the growing gap, Ion decided to surprise her. He didn't call, he didn't text. He wanted to see the look on her face when he showed up at her door. He imagined her surprise, her joy, the hug that would make all the distance and doubt disappear. He arrived at her house and saw decorations. Lights were strung up, music was playing, and people were gathered, smiling and laughing. A celebration was underway. His heart pounded in his chest, a confusing mix of excitement and anxiety. And then, from the crowd, he heard the words that shattered his entire world into a million irreparable pieces. She is getting engaged. And there she was, Sarah, standing in the middle of it all, looking beautiful and looking terrified. Their eyes met across the room. The world seemed to fade into a blur. Her eyes were not filled with joy or love, but with fear, an ocean of guilt. She walked over to him, her voice barely a whisper. "My family, they forced me," she said, her gaze fixed on the floor. "You weren't here." Ion didn't shout. He didn't cause a scene. He didn't beg for an explanation or fight for the love he thought was his. A profound, hollow numbness washed over him. He just nodded, a single, final acknowledgement of the end, and then he turned and walked away. Because sometimes the deepest pain isn't expressed with tears or screams. It arrives in the form of a deafening, soul-crushing silence. He left behind his heart, his dreams, and the man he used to be. Years passed. Life, as it does, went on. Ion threw himself into his work. He focused on survival, on the simple mechanics of getting through each day. He was learning how to live again, but this time without expectations. He built walls around his heart, not out of bitterness, but out of self-preservation. He learned to smile again, to laugh with friends, to find joy in small things. But he never loved the same way. The experience hadn't made him bitter, but it had made him cautious. It had fundamentally changed his definition of love. Then, one rainy evening, in the sterile, quiet hallway of a hospital, fate decided to write another chapter. He saw her, Sarah. She was a shadow of the vibrant woman he remembered. She looked weak, tired, and broken. Life, it seemed, had a cruel sense of irony. She was divorced, and the years had not been kind. She looked up and saw him. Recognition flickered in her tired eyes. Old memories, long buried, rushed back for both of them. "You were my real love," she whispered, her voice thick with regret. "I lost you because I was afraid of the distance, afraid of what my family would say, afraid of waiting." For a moment, the old feelings stirred. The ghost of the love they shared knocked on the door of his heart, but the man standing there was no longer the boy who would wait for someone else to choose him. He was a man who had learned to choose himself. He helped her, not as a former lover seeking reconciliation, but simply as one human being helping another in need. He made sure she had support, that she wasn't alone. He showed her a kindness she hadn't shown him. One day, as she was recovering, she looked at him with hopeful eyes. Can we start again?" she asked, the question hanging in the air between them. Ion offered her a gentle, knowing smile, a smile free of anger or resentment. "Some love stories," he said softly, "are meant to teach us lessons, not to be repeated." In that moment, he forgave her, not so they could go back to what they had, but so he could finally, completely move forward. True love, he had learned, isn't about holding on so tightly that you suffocate yourself and the other person. It's not about blind faith. It's about having the courage to face fear, the integrity to choose respect over convenience, and the wisdom to seek peace over attachment. And sometimes the most profound and strongest act of love is letting go. If this story resonated with you, if it touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because real stories deserve to be told, and real emotions deserve to be felt. Thanks for watching.